What's happening, guys? Joey B here with another article I wanted to show you, and it's from the endoftheamericandream.com, and it may be nothing, but I figured I would share it with you guys as someone brought this to my attention earlier. And the title reads, "Kids all over America are being put on buses and sent to alternate locations during school terror drills." And apparently there are other things going on. Anyway, we'll read a little into it here. I'll also link you up with the article, obviously, as usual, in the description box underneath the video. But it says here, all over the United States, school children are being taken out of their classrooms, put on buses, and sent to alternate locations during terror drills. These exercises are often called evacuation drills or relocation drills, and they are more than a little disturbing. Some parents are notified in advance where the kids are being taken, and sometimes they are only told that the children are being taken to an undisclosed location. I'm sorry, I don't have kids, but if I did, that wouldn't fly with me. But it says, in the years since 9/11 and the Columbine school shootings, there has been a concerted effort to make school emergency drills much more realistic and much more intense. Unfortunately, the fact that many of these drills are deeply traumatizing many children does not seem to bother too many people. And it's just like I said, they pass all this stuff off in the name of safety, and it's just conditioning and programming and keeping people in fear, and it's just, and that's it's ridiculous. Anyways, it goes on to say here, do we really need to have active shooter drills where men point guns at our kids and fire blanks at them? Do we really need to have relocation drills where kids are rapidly herded onto buses and told that they must surrender their cell phones because they will not be allowed to call anyone? Our schools more closely resemble prison camps every single day, and it is our children that are suffering because of it. It mentions here that it is also important to keep in mind that much of the time these drills are not the fault of local school administrators. And that's a great point, because it's more, it comes from the top, the powers that be at the top of the pyramid, implementing all these things. As I said, it's tools for conditioning. And it goes on to say here, our politicians have become obsessed with school safety in recent years, and that's a good thing. Don't get me wrong, school safety is great. That's amazing. But, you know, when you know the truth and you know how they're using it to keep people in fear to justify their agendas, you know, and people say, well, how do they justify their agendas? Well, now they've got, you know, all these kids growing up thinking that terrorists are going to come get them, and it's just programming them. Now they can justify their wars with all these specific regions of the world, to make a long story very short. But it says, our politicians have become obsessed with school safety in recent years, and apparently their idea of school safety involves deeply traumatizing our kids. Earlier today, this is according to the author of this piece here, he says, earlier today he was doing some research and came across a forum where a parent was describing a relocation drill that would soon be happening at a school in Oklahoma. And I think there's a link here where you can, yeah, and here's a link to it so you can check it out if you wish. I'll link you up, obviously. And it says, well, I went to public schools all of my life, and nothing like this ever happened when I was growing up. So I wanted to do a little digging to see if this was actually happening around the country or if it was just an internet rumor. Unfortunately, what he found was quite disturbing. It turns out that relocation drills are being conducted at schools from coast to coast. And there are links to sources and everything. As it's here, for example, the following is an excerpt from a letter to parents about a relocation drill that took place in Woodhaven, Michigan. And it goes on to talk about this relocation drill where they simulated a boiler explosion of some sort. And then there are other excerpts to other relocation drills and so forth that have been taking place, as he said, from coast to coast. So I'll link you guys up with that, and you can check it out for yourselves. Much love, guys.